So, Senate suspends probe of alleged sabotage in petroleum sector. Today is September 10. It's supposed to be a day for the public hearing of the Joint Committee of the National Assembly to probe the activities of NNPC. We're supposed to start today, September 10, through September 12th, 2024. Recall that I actually asked and called on residents within Abuja to make out time to attend this hearing so we can ask them questions about their revenues, so we can prove to them that really there's no need, no justification whatsoever for the NNPC to increase the pump price of fuel. I was looking forward to it, only for me to get to the National Assembly today, and I was told that it's been suspended. I was shocked because I didn't see the information before. When I got online now, I searched, I found out that nearly all the newspaper houses had carried it. They apparently put a notice out there that they were suspending the probe. Now the question is, why are they suspending it? That's the Senate committee chairman who doubles as the Senate leader, Senate majority leader. He's also the Senate committee chairman for oil and gas sector. Okay. The Senate has deferred its investigation into the alleged sabotage in the petroleum industry, citing need for wider consultations with stakeholders whose input and participation will add value to the conclusion of the investigative hearing. I don't buy it. You know, if you do a simple Google search or a YouTube search and you type in the query NNPC probe, you'll find out that for the past 10 years, for the past 12 years, there has been all manner of probe into the activity of the NNPC by the Senate, by the National Assembly, all manner of probes. But what you find is that after the probes, we never get a report out, even though journalists would attend the probe and report on how the probe went. But you never still get official documents presented to the public or to the president or to whoever about the probes. I was hoping that this Senate would be different. But apparently, from the way things appear right now, I'm dead wrong. What wider consultation do you need to hold to do an investigative public hearing? Can't you do the consultation within the public hearing? What is our Senate trying to hide? I would have thought that investigative hearing are meant to expose and uncover information. But right now, the suspension of it, does it mean that it will hold subsequently? Or does it mean that they are trying to cover some things? Because it has become clear. Apparently, they got wind of it that the public is interested in this. And the information concerning the revenues of the NNPC. In fact, I will get to that. Another information about that. Not just from OEC now. Not just from extrapolation of data. From NNPC, the Upstream Regulatory Commission. They have a documented report that is on their website. Documented report that actually counters the audited report of NNPC. The NNPC, Upstream Regulatory Commission, has a report on their website that has information that corroborates what OEC said about the amount of crude oil that NNPC sold for 2023 and the amount of revenue. In fact, I was shocked to take note of this. I will do a separate expose on it. But I was shocked that that information exists, and they present that information to National Incomes, Wages, Salaries and Income Wages Commission. They submit that information to it. From that information, that is what they use to calculate the 13% derivation that they give to the 9 oil-producing states. It is amazing the amount of information that is in the public domain that are hidden in books. Perhaps because they know that the best way to hide information from the average Africans is to put it in a book. All of this information are available to the senators. So it begins to look to me now like the senators or the Senate Committee on Oil and Gas, headed by the Senate Majority Leader, Senator Okpeyemi Bamidele, they are already aware. They are already aware. So it's like the NNPC probe was for them to get a better deal, because right now it appears as though they are going to silence everything. Now that the NNPC, we have put out sufficient information to prove the culpability of the NNPC. They probably now have a better deal and are now deciding to shut down this probe. This is a clarion call to all Nigerians. We cannot keep quiet. We must not keep quiet. And it must not just be a few voices here and there. It must be all of our voices from all the nooks and corners of Nigeria simultaneously. That way, no individual can be singled out. No individual can be bought or targeted. We have to keep speaking truth to power. I want to believe that this suspension is temporary, that subsequently in a few days, they will still call it back. We will go to them with our information. But if it is permanent, let it be known to the Senate Committee that we will not be quiet. We will now go the route of petitions and go the route of freedom of information requests to appropriate agencies. Nigerians, the ball is now in our court. What are we going to do?